why I wanted to quit drinking for 10 years, but I couldn't. For over 10 years, I knew I wanted to quit drinking. The strange thing was, I wasn't in denial. I wasn't pretending everything was fine. I knew alcohol wasn't serving me. I knew it was affecting my confidence, and I knew that it was affecting my health. I also knew it was stopping me becoming the person that I wanted to be. And yet, for more than a decade, I continued to drink. And if that sounds familiar, then this video is for you. Because today, I want to share why I think so many intelligent, self-aware people struggle to quit drinking. Not because they lack willpower, but because they're trying to solve the wrong problem. There was a period in my life where every week followed a very similar pattern. I'd wake up after drinking and think, right, that's it, I need to stop. I can't keep doing this. I feel determined, motivated, clear. I'd watch videos about alcohol, listen to podcasts, read books, maybe even string together a few days or even a few weeks sometimes. And then life would happen. You know, a stressful day, a celebration, a holiday, a difficult emotion, or sometimes no reason at all. And suddenly I'd find myself pouring a drink and wondering how I'd ended up back there again. And what made it even more frustrating was that I genuinely wanted to stop. I wasn't being forced. Nobody was giving me ultimatums. I wanted freedom, but wanting freedom and creating lasting change turned out to be two very different things. And I think this is where so many people get stuck, because we assume that if we really wanted to quit, we would. But human beings are much more complicated than that. What eventually changed everything for me was understanding one simple idea. I didn't actually want alcohol. I wanted what alcohol was doing for me. And I want you to sit with that for a moment, because I think this is the question most people never ask themselves. What is alcohol doing for you? Not what is it costing you? Most people know the costs. What is it giving you? For me, alcohol was doing lots of jobs. It helped me switch off. It helped me avoid uncomfortable emotions. It helped me feel more relaxed socially. It gave me permission to stop thinking for a while, and it helped me escape pressure. And because it was solving those problems in the short term, my brain kept reaching for it. The problem was never really alcohol. The problem was that alcohol had become my primary solution. Think about this. Imagine someone has a headache every day, and every day they take a painkiller. If all we ever focus on is removing the painkiller, we're missing the bigger picture. Why do we have the headache? The same thing happens with alcohol. Most people spend years trying to remove the drinking without understanding the need underneath it. What is it helping you avoid? What discomfort is it softening? What emotions are difficult to sit with? And what beliefs about yourself are driving the behavior? Those questions changed everything for me, because suddenly I stopped seeing myself as weak. I stopped seeing myself as broken, and I started becoming curious. One of the biggest lessons I learned through counselling training was that behaviour makes sense when it's understood properly. There's a reason for it. There's always a reason. Even the habits we don't like, even the habits we're desperate to change. Alcohol wasn't randomly appearing in my life. It was serving a purpose. The challenge was finding healthier ways to meet those needs. Because if alcohol is helping you relax, and you remove alcohol without learning to relax, what happens? If alcohol helps you manage stress, and you remove alcohol without learning to manage stress, what happens? If alcohol gives you confidence socially, and you remove alcohol without building confidence, what happens? Eventually, the pull back towards alcohol becomes incredibly strong, not because you want alcohol, but because you still want the relief. The second thing that kept me stuck for years was identity. I thought quitting drinking meant becoming someone else. I thought I'd lose part of myself. I thought life would become smaller, less fun, less social, less exciting. And I know now that many people carry the exact same fear. What if I can't enjoy holidays? What if I can't enjoy nights out? What if I become boring? That's a good one. What about if I don't fit in anymore? And those fears are real, But here's what I discovered. The opposite happened. Life didn't become smaller, it became bigger, because instead of constantly negotiating with myself, I felt free. Instead of wondering whether I'd drink tonight, I could focus on living. Instead of trying to escape life, I became more present for it. The freedom wasn't in removing alcohol, the freedom was in removing the mental battle. And maybe the biggest reason I couldn't quit for so many years was this. Part of me still believed alcohol was giving me something valuable. As long as we believe alcohol is a reward, we'll feel deprived without it. As long as we believe alcohol helps us cope, we'll fear letting go of it. And as long as we believe alcohol is confidence, connection, relaxation, or fun, we'll continue to feel pulled towards it. The shift happened when I began collecting enough evidence that those beliefs weren't actually true. I started having positive experiences without alcohol. I started socializing without alcohol, relaxing without alcohol, traveling without alcohol, celebrating without alcohol. And slowly, over time, my beliefs started changing. Eventually, the pull away from alcohol became stronger than the pull towards it. And that's when real freedom began. So if you're watching this and you've been wanting to quit for years but haven't managed it yet, I want you to know something. The fact you're struggling doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you don't want it badly enough. It may simply mean that you haven't yet understood what role alcohol is playing in your life. Because when we understand the function of a behaviour, we can finally begin to change it. Not through force, not through shame, not through endless willpower, but through self-awareness, and self-awareness changes lives. Today, nearly 2.5 years alcohol-free, I can honestly say the greatest gift wasn't better sleep, improved health, or clearer thinking. Those things are all wonderful, but the greatest gift has been feeling aligned, feeling like myself, no longer fighting with myself, no longer negotiating with myself, just living. And if alcohol no longer feels aligned with who you are and you're struggling to make lasting change, click on this video now to see the exact step-by-step process that I use to get my clients alcohol-free for good. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.